Hello and welcome to Factual Insider, the channel that strives to cover as many facts as possible. Today we will be discussing 10 facts about Ford you may not know. If you find any of the facts to be interesting, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. With that being said, let's get started. Number 1. Henry Ford helped create one of the most iconic car brands back in 1903 at the age of 39 and helped create automobiles to be more accessible by the common man by mass-producing cars and using more efficient production methods to keep costs low. At the time, cars were mostly owned by the wealthy, and thanks to Ford, it changed the consumer base of automobiles and would become one of the most popular car brands in the United States and would be recognizable worldwide, surviving many economic downturns for more than a century. Number 2. The iconic pickup, the F-150, was a part of Ford's F-Series pickup line that was introduced in 1948 and is considered to be the best-selling vehicle in the United States and Canada, along with also being the best-selling pickup truck. The F-150 was first introduced in 1975 and was meant to be a successor to the F-100, which was introduced in 1953. A favorite among truck enthusiasts, it is easy to see why the pickup has done so well with its superb towing ability, off-road driving, iconic look and much more, as Ford has had a long history of perfecting pickup trucks, starting with its first pickup, the Model TT, which was introduced in 1917 and was surprisingly based off of the Model T. Number 3. The Ford GT, which is Ford's performance car, is based off of the Ford GT40, which was introduced in 1964 as the byproduct of an agreement that fell through when Ford tried to buy Ferrari in 1963. Unfortunately, Enzo Ferrari decided to no longer sell Ferrari to Ford after he found out in the contract that Ford would also control Ferrari's motorsport division. After the denial from Ferrari, Ford built the GT40 to beat Ferrari on the Le Mans racetrack. Later on, after grueling work on Ford's end, the GT40 was able to beat Ferrari and also would inspire the film Ford vs. Ferrari, released back in 2019. Number 4. While many believe Henry Ford created the first automobile, it was actually the German inventor, Carl Benz, who created the first gas-powered automobile in 1885, and he would later on form the luxury car brand Mercedes-Benz in 1926, 41 years later in Germany. Number 5. Over the years, Ford has owned and has been the parent company of many car brands such as Land Rover, Jaguar, and Mercury, among others. Today, Ford owns Lincoln and Troller, which is a Brazilian automotive company known for its off-road vehicles. Mercury was discontinued due to the Great Recession, and Ford would sell Jaguar and Land Rover to Indian automaker Tata in 2008 to help Ford during the Great Recession. Number 6. The iconic muscle car, the Ford Mustang, started production in 1964 and is considered the longest-running nameplate within the Ford lineup. Currently in its sixth generation, the Ford Mustang is also the fifth best-selling nameplate. This influential car also inspired the design of the Toyota Celica and helped birth competition from its success from other American auto manufacturers such as Chevrolet, Pontiac, AMC, and Dodge. Ford might have moved their focus to mostly trucks and SUVs, but Ford still produces and supports Mustangs due to its success and loyal fanbase. Number 7. The Crown Victoria had its first generation of cars release in 1991, with production that started in 1990. The successor to the LTD Crown Victoria became a common vehicle among law enforcement and taxi drivers up until 2012, when the last Crown Victorias were made. It was a car that easily suited the needs of both due to its generous cargo space and seating. It also helped that Crown Victorias were also considered to be reliable cars overall, despite the stereotype that American cars are unreliable. Ford decided to discontinue the model in 2012 and stated that the car was too big in size. Number 8. Over the years, Ford has controlled more than half of the market when it came to vehicles provided to law enforcement. In 1950, Ford decided to offer law enforcement across the United States a package that was made to assist police departments across the country, and later on would get competition from other U.S. automakers in selling cars and vehicles to law enforcement. Ford's first police car was the Ford Interceptor in 1951. However, Chrysler and Dodge would control the market from the late 60s to early 80s. In modern times, law enforcement has switched to using Ford Explorers for their vehicle of choice due to its ability to carry necessary equipment, among the U.S. auto industry's shift into focusing on SUVs. Number 9. In 1914 Ford offered its employees double the current market average, creating Henry Ford's $5 a day. The new salary, accompanied by a shorter working day and company profit sharing, minimized employee turnover, and was significant in growing the middle class and fair wages movement. Henry Ford was quoted saying he wanted to help his workers to a life, not just a living. Number 10. In 1896 Henry Ford's first vehicle he ever made was the quadricycle and had a 4-horsepower engine, a gearbox, a tiller and 4 wheels. Henry Ford would construct the vehicle during his downtime when he used to work in Detroit, Michigan for the electric company Edison. He was inspired to build the vehicle after reading an article about gas-powered vehicles in November 1985. Well, there you have it. Those were 10 facts about Ford you may not know. Hope that the video was enjoyable and entertaining. You are encouraged to watch more facts about cars and other miscellaneous topics. See you next time.